right, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are competing at the racetrack that everyone calls Rocky. Here in this small town of Rock Rapids, Iowa, at the RAPID Speedway for a Tuesday night fair race. Welcome back to today's video. I think it's really neat that this place's nickname is Rocky. Just all the local fans, when I was telling them, hey, we're heading over to Rock Rapids, like, oh, you're going to Rocky. Thought that was kind of fun. Little 3/8 mile clay oval here in the northern part of the state. Now, one thing I picked up on about this place from just watching some videos, it seems like this material does not hold a lot of grip, and just from walking out here, it feels pretty hard. Almost like the night starts out fast and it gets slick in a hurry. And by feature time, I mean guys will be running right up here on the edge or just right around the inside tractor tires, like maybe it holds a little bit of grip down there. And one last fun fact about the racetrack, this place has the original grandstands that were here when it was built. I believe the exact statistic was the oldest grandstands that are still up on the west side of the Mississippi, so you learn something new every day. Anyway, we're gonna head back to the trailer. The night should be getting underway soon. It is a 360 show with the MSTS series, which is their Midwest 360 series in the area, so we're pumped to run with them and all their regulars and overall have some fun here in the middle of the week. First laps at RAPID Speedway are complete. What a neat racetrack. I almost said a neat little racetrack. It's not too little. It's got some wing speed. You get going good at the end of the straightaways. They're about to do opening ceremonies in a minute. Ended up with 27 wing 360 sprint cars, and we hot lapped second quick. Anytime usually you hot lap good, the rest of the night should be smoother in theory, especially at a new racetrack. Now for tonight's race, they are utilizing the ASCS passing points format, which means we drew a pill when we came in, you don't qualify, and that pill draw puts you in a heat race position. So we pulled a 17, so that means we're starting front row outside. We need to win our heat race to get 100 for coming in first and 5 points for passing one car. If we can do that, I believe it will lock us straight into the redraw, which will be the top 4 rows for tonight's 25 lap feature. And starting on the outside with where the racetrack's at, it has grip, and there's a lot more grip up there than the bottom. There's a little down there, but it's already kind of starting to kind of get slick where your right rear will slide if you don't hit it perfectly. So I got some 305s and I think another division that are gonna go, and then we'll be up. All we can hope is that our lane stays good and gotta fire off on the start and get down the front straightaway, take the lead, and kind of control the 8-lap heat. Needed to win it. We're not in a bad spot, but if we win it, we're for sure in the redraw. And right now, I think we're gonna maybe be on the outside looking in. I just made a stupid mistake on the start. I took off good. I should have taken off a little bit sooner than I did. And I went down the front stretch, and for some reason, I just thought that I had it enough to where if I kind of pinched the inside car, that, you know, I would be able to drive around the outside, and that just wasn't the case. They had more than me, and it's almost like we obviously never touched, but it's like, you know, 8 wheels is better than 4. You see what I'm saying? Like, we were kind of sliding from the same spot, so they had more speed off the corner. I should have just went up to the top and then crossed down, which in my head, I kind of was thinking that was obviously the game plan, but I don't know. Once we fired off, I kind of threw everything out the window and I went to something different because I thought I was in a spot where I could just protect and be fine. Anyway, is what it is. Car's not bad. We need to be a little bit better, but I don't think I think we need a little bit more speed, but we're still, on that hot lap pace and, rolling around this place all right. So we got an intermission here, and the good news is we snuck into the redraw. We were the last car, 8th in points, so we're gonna get what's left, but we have the same opportunity everyone else has. We could get a 1, we could get an 8, but I'm just happy that we have a chance after my little screw up there on the first lap. Walking on the racing surface, one thing I'm noticing is the lighting here is not the most ideal situation. It's very dark in both corners. It's just, probably maybe the darkest place I've ever raced. I think visibility is gonna be tough, but the racing surface is really, really slick. If you kind of pan, you can see some grip there at the very top. There's a little bit here that we're standing on. 3 and 4 is slicker than this end down here, so hopefully we have the opportunity to, move around. I think we will. The racetrack is, kind of building character. It's getting about as wide as it possibly can, and I think for 25 laps it's gonna change a little bit, and we're gonna need to find grip and momentum and speed and get some drive, we would say, in our race car, because we're gonna have a lot of wheel spin and it's really starting to slow down. So the racing surface is getting slower. We need to get our car up to speed to where we can still keep a good pace and hopefully pull something good here in this redraw to start farther closer to the front. So we're rolling out from the second row inside starting position. Got the 3. That was all that was left, and that's nice. It could have been worse. So start right behind Justin Henderson. He's really, really quick here. I'm thinking on this start, if we can kind of get the bottom lane going and just get out there and see. The track has been changing. I talked about how I think there might be something to work with on the bottom, something to work with maybe in the middle if you can carry good momentum, but probably kind of between the top and the bottom, and we're probably going to see lap traffic. So just want to fire off well and run the best 25 lap race we can here around Rapid Speedway. We made a ton of adjustments to try to get this thing to roll good through the slick. All we can do is get out there and see if our adjustments are going to help us. I'm feeling good and just going to go, like I said, run the best 25 lap race possible. good. I was good
You were
moving
catching
around.
him. Once he got in traffic, he wasn't passing this hard.
I just was lousy in clean air. I wanted to slide him on a restart, but I just felt like it's kind of hard to slide going into turn 1. I don't know. I just felt like it would just put me in a spot where, I don't know, I needed traffic. I just didn't want to give up a spot to like Hail Mary and, you know, well, I need to be happy with second. You know, you take them however you can get them. At the end of the day, the result says second. I just felt like it was a little bit of a lousy second place just because I never had anything for Justin Henderson. He started on the pole and he's tough to beat here. I mean, this is his home area, so good that we ran with him. I just didn't think we were good in clean air, but we were good in traffic. Like once he got stuck in traffic and it got heavy, I caught up to him, not necessarily right on his back bumper, but a yellow kind of took him out of that and then put him back where he needed to be in clean air. But when we were in traffic, probably cut the distance, I feel like at least in half, and within maybe a lap or two, if we would have kept at it and he was stuck in a different lane, like I could have ran up to him. That was just my strong point. But overall, track took rubber, and then once it took rubber, I wanted to slide him on a restart, but I was just so weary of giving up a spot because every time someone tried to slide me, they were close, but you know, it was just more moves of desperation, and I didn't want to do a move of desperation instead of just trying to be patient, maybe wait for my opportunity, as I felt like the track was going single lane. But it is what it is. Good run for us, 3rd to 2nd. Glad we got a good pill draw. Track position helped, and our adjustments helped as well. I think we're in the right direction. We just need to take a big chunk out of you know, just getting our car better out in clean air, trying to run someone down. Well, I wanted to end my video down on rocky turns 3 and 4. At one point, I flew off turns 3 and 4, and luckily a yellow saved me. Thinking back through the whole night, you know, we unloaded really fast in hot laps. Feel like my heat was a little messy on that start. That I don't know why it's still bugging me, even though it was good enough to put us, you know, to where we started 3rd in the feature. But a mental mistake on the first lap, something I need to clean up. And then in the feature, we weren't bad, just Henderson was so much better in clean track. He was so fast, and I think that's where I feel disappointed, because I didn't even have like a great shot with where the track was, with where he was. At least I think if I would have tried to do a move, I would have ended up, you know, putting myself in a worse spot to go backwards than advancing forward. So all the factors across the board kind of made me conservative right off the bat, and I wanted just to get to traffic, and I thought if he got slowed up, that's when I could pounce. And I think if we would have stayed in it there the last, you know, 7-8 laps, we wouldn't have had that yellow. My opportunity would have showed up. I wasn't too far away from it because I started to run him down a little bit, but overall it just wasn't meant to be. As I mentioned, just in general, I have some things I want to clean up on my end and do just to become a better race car driver and have a more consistent night. And then I do need to do a little homework on our car as well, just to be that much better when we're by ourselves. I think when we get behind other cars, or at least when we got into that slower traffic, I mentioned we were fast and we might have been one of the best, but when we're out by ourselves, we just need to have a better pace. And on tracks like this with wing speed and that gets slick and you got to carry momentum, we just don't have as much of this at home, so I don't have a lot to go off of. And I don't want to say it's still new to me because I've ran it before, but you don't get to run it all the time, just kind of here and there, and we're seeing places for the first time. Just a lot of challenges and a lot of things we're up against, but as a team, we're powering through, and I am proud of our guys that guys and girls and Carly, that we got on the podium. So with that, Rock Rapids, Iowa, thank you. You guys showed up tonight, so many fans from this little town and the surrounding areas. So cool to see the grandstands packed and that we were able to have a really good field of cars. Then I also want to give a shout out to my crew, Carly, Skylar, my dad, and mom. And then also tonight we had a buddy of mine, Caleb, help film. And last, I got to thank all my great partners, Shane DeWald Trucking, RTR Diesel Performance, Next Gen, Carson Lafarge, Pit Stop USA, ABC Powder Coating, Canopy Country, Fast 4 Media, Earth It Environmental. We also have Full Send Racing, D-Ray Designs, Veenendahl Trucking, Landon Transport, and Champion Car Wash. Without them, we would not be here in the Midwest. I would not be living my dream. I'm so thankful for their support of our operation, just like my crew and you guys and the community. Life is good. We're out here racing against some of the best 360 and 410 drivers in the United States, and we're running well. You know, it's great to be on the podium, but I'm so hungry for more and chasing perfection. I just want to be the best that I can be, and so we're going to keep our heads down, we're going to do our homework, and we're going to keep chasing that. See you all in the next one. Deuces.